speed watching, not really paying attention. But then when a deep story happened, I'm like, all right, how does connect? So I get mad. God dang it, now I gotta go back 17 shows.
It's just any show I watch. I watch the first 2, 3, I'm gone.
Boy, this young swinging like a mug. Probably should go down in the weight, boy. God dang.
Wait, you should have what?
I should probably go down.
You got it.
I know I got it, but like, I leave in the morning. I ain't trying to be soft for breakfast. I'm out here showing off again. I tell you, boy, that jump feel a whole lot heavier than 115. I mean, it's added extra 30 pounds because of the kettlebells. They don't feel like 115 plus 30. They don't feel like 145.
The weight keeps shifting.
Yeah. Whew.
You might as well just do 2 sets of them because them joints gonna burn you out.
The problem with that is, I got too much pride. I don't want to let the chunk. But at the same time, I can edit the videos.
But you got Joy in there?
Huh?
What's that Joy? What you got?
Yeah. A bottle of Joy Burst
Joy Burst.
and normal water.
Okay.
I'll drink that Joy Burst all day, bro.
Over Under Armour?
Huh?
Over Under Armour?
Under Armour.
I mean,
Body Armor?
Body Armour, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say, since when Under Armour got water?
Let me try that.
I almost said something, but just in case I ever get some
Sponsors.
I ain't want to talk bad on no brand. I do like Body Armor, don't get me wrong. I do like Body Armor. But there's another drink. I bought it one time. I was like, ugh. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Nah, you need to tell.
Huh?
You need to tell.
I was like, nah, bro, this ain't it. All right. Get through this and then we start jumping and stuff. Quad day. It's quad days. My junk already asking me questions. It's off balance on that side. Lift hard, lift heavy, but lift safe. Check your weights. Yeah, that's better. I know my left side ain't that bad.
You getting tired?
Not swing. Sometimes y'all come up too fast, and the momentum will carry me.
Boy, that took almost dropped my foot. Bruh, I had it in my hand, it just slipped.
God dang, I'm tired. Remember proper gym etiquette. You use the equipment, you put it back. And since I'm sweating, gotta clean it. I'm really just doing it for the camera. All right, time to do some jumping.
Huh?
Hey, Jaylee?
Who?
Remember KC son?
No. Oh, no, you didn't.
Well, what fell actually is okay. This is a stand, and this is the case for that. So nothing actually got damaged. Stop snitching.
I ain't snitch.
Oh,
It happened in front of the camera.
And then you gonna back up to look at it. Who be turning the fans off?
It'd be cold in here.
Would be hot.
Well, when you're working out,
Huh?
and when you're working out, it do be hot.
I be hot all the time though. You seen the house? I gotta have 2 fans in the room.
Well, you keep the house on 62. I said, yeah.
Still be hot though.
Sound like you need to move up north or something.
Huh?
Sound like you need to move up north or something.
Nah, I ain't see. I can't live in the snow unless my team won't pay me.
True that.
If my fingers get cold, I ain't catching nothing. I'm all.
That's still gonna hurt.
Actually, I learned a tip from Tom Brady.
What's that?
Not personally, he ain't talked to me, but like, you know how I be doing my documentary research on people, or, you know, like stuff that they do throughout their playing career.
Uh-huh.
I kind of don't want to tell it. I don't know how many people know. And then if not a lot of people do know or don't know, I want to be the one that make it popular.
Yeah.
But then again, like I said yesterday, Sometimes you just got to share your info.
Yeah.
So this man, in his like real cold games, wore a wetsuit under his stuff. So as soon as I saw that, I went straight to Amazon. You find me a wetsuit. Go ahead and put that in my cart, just in case.
Just to stay warm. You know, that's actually a good idea. Get a pair for each color I wear.
If I can keep my toes, like I don't like my fingers cold, but if I can keep my toes good, I'm on it. Like I'll still play. But once my toes go, like bro, alright, sub somebody else in.
You got to wear wool socks.
Yeah, but then how you gonna wear your cleats?
True that. Dang, speaking of cleats, I need to get some more. I mean, I don't need them right now, though. I mean, shoot. You got to see how this first game go.
Did you talk to Trey? No, we keep that person stuff on. We'll talk about it later.
What, my friend Trey? Yeah, he ain't gonna be here.
He's not?
I'll be alright, though.
Check with Naughty. Like, I'd rather somebody drive me.
I'm pretty sure Mama will go.
And lead your night with that.
Well, he will probably be at the house in a little bit.
Alright, so for this next part, I get back to some stretching, focusing on the depth of my knee with the inverse. So before it was about how deep I can get bending it. This time, try to straighten it out, because that's also another issue when you're dealing with ACL.
You want the mat?
Not right now. I'll let the weight pull down, straighten the knee. Getting a good stretch in that hamstring. Try to sit up straight. And if you want a deeper stretch in the hamstring, just reach out with the opposite hand. So since it's my left leg, right arm. Deeper stretch in that hammy. Tight hamstrings can also lead not only to a hamstring tear, but that can also lead to your ACL getting messed up. So make sure you bulletproof everything around your knee and have flexible, strong hamstrings. That's why the first thing I did was for my quad. What a lot of other people don't know or realize is, in order to have your hamstring nice and loose, you gotta stretch your quad first. So I did some quad exercises around there, I did some quad stretches and range of motion, and then I came to stretch my hammies. Now, on days when I'm outside running, I do it a little bit different, because obviously I'm not lifting weights. But get those quads first, and the hamstrings will be nice and loose. And the reason for that is, because as we go through our everyday lives, we do everything front dominant, meaning our quad is always active, because we use our quads to walk forward, we use our quads to walk upstairs. Like, quads are always being used, but when we're sitting down at home, the hamstrings are deteriorating because you're sitting down for however long, especially if you got like an office job or if you're a bum.
Or gamer. Or gamer.
That was a joke.
Oh.
Well, I play games too.
That's crazy.
I'm saying I play games too.
Oh.
That's why it was a joke. It was like I can sit down on the game for a good minute, but at the same time, I'm aware of getting my hamstrings active.
Mm-hmm.
I typically do this for like 30 seconds. Nothing wrong with this right side, but ain't nothing to be wrong to get good stretching in that one either.
Yep.
And this right here I learned from therapy.
Derek.
Yeah, therapy.
Oh, therapy.
Yeah.
I thought you said Derek. I was like, who's Derek?
Well, somebody named Derek.
Who you know named Derek?
I know some Dereks.
Oh. Yeah.
My kicker at ACU name was Derek. A receiver, I knew his name was Derek.
Trade nickname.
Yeah, that's straight nickname. And this also allows me to catch my breath too. So I'm still working, but I'm slowing my heart rate down just a little bit. Because it's gonna pick back up pretty soon. So 2 to 3 sets of these. I'm gonna do 3. I like to make sure I get as much as I possibly can. Obviously, you can do more than 3, but you gotta know when to pull back too, because you can overdo it. Like you can overstretch. So just like the Bible says, can't remember what verse, but everything in moderation. Mm-hmm. So even if you a bum, as long as you a bum in moderation. And I put this right at the bottom of the knee. As you can see, I got them scars. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it, been in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Trey Cole real quick. I know you're gonna remember this. No war wounds, still watching cartoons on the road, listening to my cartoons. You know what I'm talking about. You
I
know.
don't.
Yeah, you was like, that was what, 2005? You were 3. You don't know nothing about that song. It's a song I wrote when I was 15.
Oh, okay.
Too Legit. I was actually thinking about that the other day, like randomly. Like the beat just came in my head. I don't remember the second verse, but the first verse, I could have, at the time when I wrote it, I was like, yeah, well, I'm the hardest rapper I am. But when I went over it in my head, I'm like, yo, these lines are so kindergarten.
I mean, shoot. You had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Well, like, I said, no war wounds, still watching cartoons. Nothing wrong, because I still watch cartoons to today. I ain't ashamed. Tom and Jerry, anime, Avatar, all that stuff. Yeah, I watch cartoons, so what? Gang. But I was like, no war wounds, still watching cartoons on the road, listening to my cartoons. Like, that was the beginning of me working on my double entendres and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But how simple it is, though, think about it now.
No war wounds, watching cartoons.
No war wounds, so like, no injuries. Mm-hmm. I ain't, like, I'm saying I'm not a gangster. Like, no war wounds, still watching cartoons on the road, listening to my cartoons.
I got war wounds. I said I got war wounds.
Well, you ain't no goddamn gangster.
I ain't saying I got it gang banging.
But that's
and
what I was
stuff.
talking about.
I know.
In the song.
I was talking about in football. That's the
Oh, no,
war.
we're talking about injuries. I got injuries. I mean, technically, I would shot too. So.
Yeah.
That's what my eye is. Thanks, Trey. Trey is actually the main source of all my pain, pretty much.
Dang.
If you think about it, that man shot me in the eye with a BB gun. On my 12th birthday, he stomped me out. But Terrell helped. He wasn't gonna do it by himself. Like this man, this Trey caused me a lot of pain, bro. I'm over here telling my whole tragic backstory. supposed to be encouraging people to work out. You mess around, you gonna see. I'm gonna have a what's that thing called when you ask people for charity? A GoFundMe. I'm gonna have one of them set up.
So you might mess around, put the link on there after you edit the video. My pain is suffering.
And then 3 weeks later, I'm gonna have a link tree with OnlyFans.
What? Oops, now. So, huh?
Go ahead.
For back pain, should you work or should you stretch out your quad before you stretch out your hammy to get the best stretching in your back?
Yeah, so what I've been learning lately, even that's not entirely true. Because the back pain isn't necessarily always connected to your hamstring, which I never thought it was entirely that. But at the time, like that's what I had learned, so that's what I was trying to promote, or trying to teach. So sometimes your back pain is because of your hips aren't good too. So you gotta have good hips. You gotta open those up. If it's your sciatic nerve that's tripping, more than likely it's a hip issue.
I'm not very flexible, so.
Range of motion and hip strength is necessary, and I'll show some stuff later about some of those. I might start kickboxing again on my own. I was thinking about it last week. Probably like doing the off season. Well, if Trey wants to, but since you right here, like start training like more MMA and wrestling stuff. Like obviously when we're kickboxing, I'm not gonna go live, but like get a full body workout. Do a little bit of lifting still. I'm not gonna not do it, especially because you're trying to get bigger. But like, in my opinion, bro, like fighters have the best physiques and are in the best shape. Then after fighters, I'll say soccer players. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Like we're gonna start wrestling again, doing some jiu-jitsu.
Sound like a lot of L's on my end.
Huh?
Said it sound like a lot of L's on my end.
But I'm just saying, like getting work. Like remember the last time we were wrestling? Like just like stuff like that. Like I'm not trying to choke you out or anything. I ain't gonna prove nothing.
But I do want to get back into boxing though. You got to get the headgear.
I got one. You gotta get one.
True that. True that.
I was thinking about going back to the gym, the boxing gym, and just offer myself as a sparring partner. Because he asked me to do one time for 2 of his boxers, but my knee, I had just had surgery, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got the condition to run on all these dudes, and they professional boxers. If I can't move, you ain't about to knock me out. Nah. Like this right here, I'm gonna work some quick twitch. I'm gonna do 25 as quick as I can, small hops. Put the weights down, get up to some jumping knee drives. I felt like after doing this too, that's when I saw a big difference in the power and explosiveness in my left leg. Like honestly, I've probably only doing this for like 3 weeks. So the stuff that you've been seeing during the season versus that last practice when I took off, like I honestly think it's accumulation of work, but like I think this helped a lot, like speed up that process of getting stronger. Because you remember, I was struggling to jump. After doing this, I was jumping on the tires, no problem. I could jump on this, no problem.
With just your left leg?
Yeah, just with the left. And that had been an issue. Like I couldn't do it.
Watch out, Rocket. Brandon might be able to get that 50-inch vertical too.
Hey, you already know what it is. But he compete with you though. Like I'm the older brother in that situation.
Yeah.
I could barely even do that a month ago.
I just need a full year, no injury, nothing stop me from going to the gym.
Well, I can help with one of those things. I'm not gonna throw you the ball near a light pole no more. Boy, that was scary as freak, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, dog. Nah. Like, honestly, I be joking when I say I killed you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hit it, just like laid down, like, bro, I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, bro. If something happened to this man wherein like it's like permanent, I don't think I'd have ever able to forgive myself. Like I was shook. And then when we got the news, you know, about what he said about the laceration, that jump broke me. I'm like, as much as I hated the process of going through the ACL surgery and recovery,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that 10 times over rather than getting you hurt. So that's gonna have me hurt, bro. Like, they say you ain't supposed to be showing your emotions, but god dang it, I cried in front of you, I cried when I went home. Like that, I couldn't get it out of my head for a long time. Still to this day, one of the worst things I think that ever happened that I caused. And I know you say, hey, things happen, you know, God has his plan, and then you learn some stuff, you know, while being on the sideline that you discovered about yourself, and I appreciate that. But as an older brother, that just hurt.